should also be faster on the swap. So when you press like escape, or if you like press H in spawn and stuff, your mouse cursor like will be in a certain place. Say the mouse cursor is right here. I put a mouse cursor here on the X, and then I go here. See how it's gone? And I can move my mouse around and stuff. But the second I press ESC again, like escape again, it's exactly where it used to be. So what you can do is when there's like the hero line up here, like say these are all the DPS, let's say Tracer's over here and Symmetra's over here, right? What you can do is you can pick Symmetra, then press again, hover your mouse right here, right? Hover your mouse right here, then do the setup. And then once it's time to like swap back, you just press H and boom, you can immediately just double click immediately. You don't have to think, oh, where is it? Where's my mouse? Drag it over, double click. You can just press H and boom, boom, double click, even faster. Okay, don't die. That's the worst thing you could possibly do here. Oh, your ball's low. Oh. This is not good. This is not good. It's the timing. It's timing. You don't have to be very coordinated with your team, but you have to have some semblance of like cohesion. The problem we're having is like the ball's going in now as you're setting up. The ball like slams in, gets naded. He's needs to get the fuck out. He's retreating, and only after he retreats is when your Tracer's going in. You guys see that? The ball comes in this way, slams, leaves, and as soon as your ball leaves, you reposition and then you go in. You don't even need to coordinate it with your ball. Like literally, if you just pay attention to where he is, it's pretty easy to predict when he's going to be going in, because you can see his health bar and stuff, or like you can really see his like health status, and that makes it really simple to figure out the timing. This timing is totally out of whack, right? And now you're just not going to get anything done in their back line, and you're just going to have to waste resources like that recall. You might even die. Nope. But now look at the ball. The ball's now setting up. The ball goes. Oh, no, the ball's getting chased. You die, and then they start their attack. So this is a mistake as a team. This is a terrible discoordination. You're dead. Our ball's like getting set up. This guy's still coming back from spawn, and they're noticing that weakness. They notice the tempo shift, and now they're getting aggressive, and they're gonna kill your Ana. This is why comms are super important. And again, if you can't establish comms, you just need to look at where your ball is and think to yourself, okay, is he going now or is he setting up? Okay, if he's setting up, I should be setting up. If he's going in, I should be going in. I'm just gonna skip ahead. Yep, your supports are dead. Now you have to wait for them to respawn. Your ball dies as your supports are in spawn, and now your supports are gonna come out as the ball's coming back to spawn, and then you're gonna die and you're getting fucking staggered. Grandmaster, ladies and gentlemen, this is some fucking GM game, guys. People complain in silver and stuff about staggering. This is GM4. What's their excuse? And then you die, and then you die. Okay, so your ball slams there. Nice. All right, it wasn't like perfect, but you were there when your ball engaged. Perfect. You love to see it. And now because this Ana used her nade to try to like save herself from the ball, she's just freelo for you. There we go. A little bit of coordination goes a long, long way. Anytime you have a little bit of downtime, like right here, you need to be asking yourself, okay, where's my main tank? Your main tank is right here. Is he setting up or is he going in? Or is he retreating? Right? Looks like he's setting up. Okay, well, I should be setting up. You're not setting up. You're fighting. See what I mean? You're fighting. You miss your pulse bomb, and only now he goes in. Once again, we're off page. We're just disconnected. He's going in when you're backing up. If you were to wait like half a second, for him to make the first move and then follow after, you wouldn't get shot so much. You wouldn't have to use so much of your abilities to stay alive. You would have landed a much easier pulse bomb. You could just follow up and get his kills, or you could let him do a little bit of distracting and go kill something somewhere else, because now their team's distracted, right? Like there's so many options for you. Okay, your fucking Zen popped off. Holy shit, let me see that. Okay, he's surviving on the skin of his teeth. Dude, there's no way. What? Dude, that was such a bad play. He has good aim, but that was a genuinely terrible play. You need to land the Discord. He needed to back off. You need to play that corner way, way better. Dude, what the fuck was that? Okay, that was just luck. Very cool. Okay, you're gonna get shot from the side. Yeah, let's back off here. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're playing Tracer like this, to isolate your angles. So, like, look at the difference between these two fights, right? This fight is very poor, because while you're taking that fight, you can be shot at from everyone over here. Now, there's only a soldier in here, but you don't know that. That's the difference. You only see the Tracer. You don't see the possible threats over here, right? If you are like watching the soldier and shoot at you, you know when to recall, you know when to blink, because it's very obvious. You know, there's like a very simple rhythmic pattern to like how she shoots her gun. But if you can't see her, you can't predict her like that, and you can take unnecessary or like just surprise damage. And fights you should have survived with like your abilities, you theoretically won't die with a recall. You will, because you get caught by surprise. Now that's not a great fight, but look at this next one. Look at the difference between the last one and this one. This fight is way better, because while you're taking that fight, there's no one over here who could see you. The second you pushed it into this room, they got cut off. They're no longer a factor. Now it's a true 1v1. This is much, much more favorable for you, right? You're not going to get kind of just dunked on out of nowhere. Let me figure out what happened exactly. Looks like you were setting up. The Zen did that. The ball did that. When did the ball drop his mines? Oh, he's ball. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Story of our life. Hate to keep doing this to you. I'm so sorry, Samurai. But it's just so thematic. It's so thematic. I can't not do this to you. Look at you. Look at you. As you're retreating, you go this way, your ball goes this way. Every single time, man. Every single time. Imagine how much value as a Tracer this minefield gives you. Right? As a Tracer, you should be salivating. You should be like, oh yeah, it's time to go hard. It's time to party. Right? Because now these guys are split. These guys are isolated. But you can't do anything about it. Because you just went in without your ball. And then your ball went in without you. Oopsie daisy. Oh, bummer. Yep, and now you can't do anything. Now they find a pick and they ult you, and then they have all the momentum, and then you lose the fight. Okay, so your ball went Orisa, right? How does that change the tempo of the fight? Well, it makes it a little bit easier for you, because it's because she's gonna be fighting on the front line. You are gonna have way more opportunities. Like, it won't be so in and out sort of style with your tank. She'll be putting a lot more sustained pressure down, which means you'll be able to have more opportunities during the fights. So like, look at the difference. You can kind of see the difference right there. Like throughout this entire fight here, your Orisa is constantly throwing down the gauntlet. She's constantly fighting, right? And while she's constantly fighting, never giving them any like room to breathe the same way the ball would when he goes in and out, you can go around, poke around, and find much more opportunities. So, playing with different tanks is going to change the way you play as a Tracer. Some are going to be easier for you, some are going to be harder. And it depends how you define it, too. Some might say it's harder to play Tracer with an Orisa because you have to do a lot more on your own. Sure, you have a lot more opportunities, but the opportunities you have are a lot smaller, right? Where the ball is like, if you can time it correctly, the opportunities are huge. You can get huge value out of like your play as long as you can coordinate. But like the mistakes are much more dire as well. The best teleporter is over here. You put the teleporter out here, and it lands on the table over here. If you want the fastest rollout for your team, Symmetra, right here. You should honestly practice this. Go into like a custom game and spend like 5 minutes landing perfect teleporters onto the second table. If you can do that consistently, your team will always have the map control. But like, yeah, look at the distance. Look how little distance that is compared to if you could have gotten your TP out here, right? It should be night and day, the difference in comparison, right? From this far or this far, which one's longer? I wonder. You should also be faster on the swap. So when you press like escape, or if you like press H in spawn and stuff, your mouse cursor like will be in a certain place. Say the mouse cursor is right here, right? I put a mouse cursor here on the X, and then I go here. See how it's gone? Mouse cursor's gone, and I can move my mouse around and stuff. But the second I press ESC again, like escape again, it's exactly where it used to be. So what you can do is when there's like the hero lineup here, like say these are all the DPS, Tracer is over here, and I know it's not, but like let's say Tracer's over here and Symmetra's over here, right? What you can do is you can pick Symmetra, like pick the character, then press again, hover your mouse right here, right? Hover your mouse right here, then do the setup, and then once it's time to like swap back, you just press H, and boom, you can immediately just double click immediately. You don't have to think, oh, where is it? Where's my mouse? Drag it over, double click. You can just press H and boom, boom, double click, even faster. Very small things, but at the Grandmaster level, if people are doing the same strats you are, those like microseconds matter a lot, right? Imagine a Tracer v Tracer, but you... Oh, actually, this is a perfect example. This Tracer is here, and this Tracer is here. If these two collide, who do you think is going to have the advantage? The one with the high grounds and control of the mini? Or this guy? You catching my drift? Did you have blinks there? If you had 2 blinks there, I would have tried to steal the health pack from the Doom there. You had 2 blinks. Oh, you had 2 blinks and 92 health out of 150. You should have blinked here and then blinked here and stole the mini or the mega, and then killed the Doom with your team. That would have been such an amazing play. Missed opportunity, man. Missed opportunity. You didn't even need 2 blinks for that. I mean, you could use 2 blinks to, you know, make sure you don't die and you don't have to force a recall. But that would have been pretty poggers if you did. Just saying. Let's go. Okay, pushing in with your Orisa. Look at you falling up on your tank. Look at you falling up on your tank. Let's go! Team-based shooter. Woo! Oh my god. Following up with your tank. Very nice. That was a little bit dangerous, this push here. Like, I like what you did, but what I would have preferred is the immediate double blink. Instead of blink, shoot. What I'd rather you have done here was just double blink into the room and then take a step left. And the reason is, the same thing as before, isolating the angle. You don't know what's up here, and you don't know what's over here. But the way you played it exposed you to both angles. Alright, so let's watch. Here. You pushing up like this, and then blinking like that, completely exposed you to this angle, and completely exposed you to this angle. And once again, it's not the fact that, you know, like, oh, the Ana isn't there to actually hit you. Oh, the Tracer isn't there to actually hit you. Oh, you know, very, very barely. She's not even paying attention to you. The problem is, if they were paying attention to you, you would not be ready for the damage. You would not expect to get hit with a kunai in the back of the head and an Ana nade at the same time, because you don't see it coming, right? So your reaction time to recall and get out of there would be slower. And you wouldn't be able to follow up on the skill. So it would have been better to double blink into this room and then walk around the corner to get this kill, instead of walking forwards, blinking once, shooting here, then blinking in. Because it just gives you much more time where you're out in the open, where you can get shot and you can get killed. Pro tip, guys. Pro tip. Don't die. You know? I like the aesthetic and the... like the aesthetic and attitude of a cat and a cat owner. I don't want to have a cat though. Like, I enjoy the idea of a cat, but I recognize in myself, in my heart of hearts, I am not a cat person. I love cats, I'm just not a cat person. And it kind of hurts a little bit, you know? But it's good to know that part of myself. It's good to understand who I really am. You know, imagine being a human being in a live adult, and your hardest issue in life is you like cats, but you can't have cats. Not even can't. Not even can't have cats. You just know you would not vibe with the cat as much as other people would. Anyways, VOD review. Am I right? Yeah, nice kill. Great blink melee. You can actually cut it closer. You can technically animation cancel the melee with your recall. It's pretty dope. get rocked. Nothing you can do about that. That was fucking disgusting. Cool. I love how the second half of the game, I just did not do VOD review at all.
About you and how you've been treating me, and I thought, why do I love you?
The house creaks as the sun hits my blind eyes. I can feel the cold outside, so tell me what you see.